Hey folks, this is immigration attorney Hassan Abdullah here from the San Francisco Bay Area, and I'm making this video. I haven't done a YouTube video for a long time. Things have been very busy at my firm. It's been growing and developing, but at this stage, I feel like I have to come back to YouTube and just talk about what's going on with the immigration system. It is a farce what's happening. It is just nonstop scare tactics that this administration is doing. So what I really want to address specifically here is the guidance on the USCIS guidance on two issues. One is the guidance which is going to be in effect as of September 11th of 2018, which says, if the case it has no legal basis for approval, it is going to be denied without an RFE or a notice of intent to deny. Okay, so that's one thing, and then the other thing is this guidance that came out that says USCIS has the right to put you into removal proceedings if at the time of a decision on your case you are left without status in the United States. So if you're unlawfully present, they're going to deport you. They're going to issue you. It says USCIS will issue an NTA, notice to appear, whereupon issuance of an unfavorable decision on an application or petition, the alien is not lawfully present in the United States. So I'm going to just say this is absolute. The thing is, what they're saying is I don't have so much. I can't dispute exactly what they're saying and what they're telling people. But the thing is, it's becoming sensationalized, and I don't know who's more to blame with. I don't know if you can blame the uh, mainstream media about this, or you can blame the rumor mill, or if you can blame USCIS for knowing what kind of backlash or what kind of like reaction they're going to get out of these things. So what's happened is this. They're telling I just want to reassure people. They're saying that if you are unlawfully present, you will potentially be put into removal proceedings if you're unlawfully present at the time of extension denial, for example. So the thing is this, it's not going to happen. I can't say 100% because it's not ethical for me as a lawyer to say for sure what an agency is going to do. But I'm like 99.99% sure that they are not going to take people into removal proceedings right away if you have a denial. So if you have an extension on your H-1B visa, for example, and it gets denied, you I'm 99.99% sure you are going to be given a reasonable amount of time to leave the country before any kind of immigration repercussions happen to you. The thing is, there's news media, there's articles saying that you are going to be put in removal proceedings as a rule if your case is denied and your current status has expired, which is nonsense. While your case is extension is pending, you are allowed to stay in the United States because you're in a period of stay authorized by the Attorney General. And so once it's denied, yes, that authorization to continue to stay in the United States ends. But do you really think the USCIS, the Department of State, the Department of Homeland Security, that is, has the bandwidth, the immigration courts have the bandwidth, the time, the inclination, the effectiveness to really do this? No, they are a very, very ineffective failure of an administration. It is becoming worse and worse. USCIS themselves, they're taking twice, if not three times as long to process routine cases nowadays. So it's almost forcing our hand to file premium processing in certain cases. And it's really a frustrating experience. You're trying to sponsor your family members. If you're an immediate relative, you're sponsoring, even a minor child to come to the United States or a spouse from overseas. It's going to take much, much longer to bring your spouse. Why? Because USCIS has got a problem. I've been to immigration offices and I've noticed that the amount of seats that have people in them waiting for their interview has drastically reduced. The only explanation is they've either downsized significantly their workforce or they're just not adding workforce to handle the workload. And that means that they're just not, what's the word? They're not appropriating the proper funds towards immigration. And it's by design. I mean, it's a conspiracy, fine, but it's by design. I know I'm trying to sound a little bit, off base. This is not typically how I talk in videos, but something is really strange going on with immigration, and it's really extraordinarily frustrating. And so, trust me though, USCIS, they're not effective in, they're not going to put people in removal. They don't have the manpower, they don't have the organization to do it unless they hire en masse on getting so many more workers to deport people and put people, apprehend people, put them in removal proceedings. It's not going to happen. So if you get your case, don't stress out about like, what if my case gets denied? Do I have a chance to file again? Sure, you should generally be able to file again. You're going to have to leave the U.S. if you've fallen out of status. But just because you fall out of status because an extension is denied does not mean you're going to be grabbed immediately or given an NTA to go into removal proceedings. Um, I'm kind of putting my reputation at stake here because, uh, but I highly, highly doubt that they have the bandwidth, they have the manpower, they have the ability to do this. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's like imagine a town with 100,000 population and a police force with 10 people, and they issue something saying they're gonna arrest everyone for jaywalking, and they're gonna put you in jail for jaywalking. That's just a scare tactic. These 10 cops could not do anything in a town of 100,000. So continue to jaywalk. They're not going to stop you. It's just a scare tactic. USCIS, it's just really sick how adverse they're becoming. It is a sickness. It's an infection. It's a disease. We have this guy, Stephen Miller, who is extraordinarily, look at his history, look at his background, look at who he is. He's a 35-year-old nitwit who doesn't know what he's doing, and he's been given the keys to play with the whole entire immigration system by our illustrious president. So this is really a shame that we have this nutcase in office, but this is what we're dealing with. And hopefully we get a new administration, and whatever damage has been done, as much undoing of this damage is going to happen, hopefully. So again, I don't have any confidence in them being able to take you into removal proceedings just because your case got denied for some reason. So don't be so paranoid and freaking out about this. Secondly, the whole thing about denying a case without an RFE. Listen, this is not going to happen. 99.9% of cases are going to still get RFEs. It's just the rare case that might get denied without an RFE if you are intentionally putting out an application that is frivolous to begin with. So, I mean, I've never filed a case that's frivolous. Like, clearly on the face of it frivolous. And so the people who do this probably do so without legal counsel, and they're just taking a risk. And obviously, yeah, if there are some totally frivolous applications going out there, they deserve to be they deserve to be denied right away. But I don't see it happening on any reasonably filed case. If you have a job, your employer is offering you a position and you're filing the case, and maybe there's something the USCIS has more questions, they're not going to deny straight away. They're going to give you an RFE. So relax, everybody. These things are not going to happen. And this is my opinion. I've been practicing immigration law for 10 years. And I have no doubt, practically no doubt, that USCIS is not going to practically implement these things. It's just scare tactics. It's just nothing but scare tactics. It's control through fear. It's politics of fear as usual. Can you expect more from this administration? But anyhow, that's what I want to say. And thanks for listening. Hope this is helpful to you and gives you some peace of mind. Again, thank you for listening. Bye for now.